Salute, salute. Welcome back to Dumb Crimes and Criminals. I am your host, Rick. You're now tuned in to the funniest true crime podcast in the world. We are back in the building. We're back on location. All right. I'm back at my desk. I'm back on the mic. I'm back in my chair. I'm back with an all new episode. I had to relax for a few days. I was in the gym. The other day, right? And, I got this app. I finally found the app. Because, when you download workout apps, they'll have you put all your information in. Then once you get to the end of the app, they say this app is $50 a week or something wild like that. You know what I mean? And I'm not doing that. But I just want to get an app to help me navigate around the gym. So I finally found an app that I could plan my workouts. So I did my workout, and on this day I scheduled 2 workouts. So it told me to go and once I did my chest routine, whatever the case, then it told me to go and deadlift, right? Mind you, I don't deadlift. Now, I didn't even have no heavy weight on the machine, but I know I picked that thing up wrong, because as soon as I bent over to pick it up, I felt like a sharp pain. Now, mind you, I had hurt my back before, so I knew, once I felt that pain, I just put that shit down. I'm like, okay, now my back hurt. You know what I mean? So I'm still out of commission. This is going on the 3rd day. And, my son, as soon as I come home from work, my son's like, Dad, I want to go to the basketball court. He asked me to go yesterday, but my back was in too much pain. But I've been icing it and just taking it easy. So it do feel a little better, but certain movements, I feel it. So my son, Dad, we go to the basketball court. So I went to the basketball court with him today. I got up a couple of shots. It didn't hurt. But like I said, on certain movements, I could feel it. You know what I mean? So I'm off the deadlift, though. I hit my man Bob. He official in the gym. He told me stay away from them deadlifts, so I ain't messing with it. But yeah, man, we back in the building, though. I'm gonna try and get y'all another episode out. Just for me being late, I'm gonna try and get y'all another episode out. Maybe tomorrow or the day after. But bear with me. I'm slightly injured at the moment. But yeah, man, we here. Dumb Crimes and Criminals. Before I get into the episode, I do want to let y'all know that I did create a Dumb Crimes and Criminals Instagram. So please, man, if you're listening to this podcast, follow me over there. What I'm gonna try and do is post, the episode before it drop. Try and get the episode up over there or whatever the case. But I just created the Instagram, so I'm trying to build some engagement over there. So please support the podcast in any way that you can. You know what I mean? If you're on Instagram and you're listening to this, the Instagram handle for the podcast is DCC_podcast. That information will be now in the description. I used to put my personal Instagram up there. Now I'm just going to put the podcast IG handle up there. If you like the podcast, I'd appreciate if you support the podcast, listen, like it, drop a comment, like I said, I just created the Instagram. I got the YouTube channel. I'm working on that too. And we trying to grow. You know what I'm saying? It ain't many podcasts out there like that, like this. So you like what you hearing? It costs you nothing to support the podcast, But yeah, man, today we about to go to Georgia. I'm sure that I've been to Georgia a few times on this podcast. I'm sure I've been to Georgia a few times on this podcast. But today we going to Georgia. Okay, a man named Brian Fort walked into the Juicy Crab. All right, who don't like crabs? We all like crabs. So your man Brian Fort walked into the Juicy Crabs in Cobb County, Georgia. He wasn't alone. He was with a few friends. Now, okay, I get it. You and your man, y'all want to go out, have a few crabs, chill, vibe, talk. No harm, no foul. I understand that. I understand that. Me and the wife, we went out to a seafood spot. Damn, it's been a little while. Last time me and the wife, we went out, we got a damn, I forget the name of it. But you know how you get the seafood in the bag. Yeah, we did that. Then we went to the casino. I think I won like $70 that day or something like that. It was close to 70. Yeah, good day. Good day. But yeah, so Brian and his peoples, they went to the Juicy Crab in Georgia, they ended up ordering $100 worth of food. All right, so they was in there getting busy. I'm not too sure how many of them it was or whatever the case, but they ordered $100 worth of food. Okay, now here's where things go left. Brian and his friends, they ordered $100 worth of food and ran out on the bill. All right, now they ordered $100 worth of food and ran out on the bill. Mind you, these are grown men, all right? Now, I get it. When you're a teenager, you know what I mean? You do things, right? We've all done things, coming up. I've did that a couple of times. You go to the all-you-can-eat buffet, you eat, which in hindsight, we probably had like 2 or 3 plates each. It wasn't like super crazy, but I guess that is crazy. And, as teenagers, you do stuff like that. You go to the Chinese buffet or whatever the buffet, you might eat something and dip. You know what I mean? You knock on somebody's door and run. These is like pointless games. Knocking on somebody's door and running. My son watches some kids on YouTube. I don't know where they are. I don't know what, but they be banging on people's doors. I mean, kicking the doors, stomping, running full force into the door, running down the hallway, hiding. I'm like, this is too much for me, But like I said, as a teen, a young kid or whatever coming up, you do things like that. Yo, we hungry, man. Ain't nobody got no money. Dang, man, let's go to the buffet. All right. We're gonna eat and just run out. You know what I mean? And again, I've did it a couple of times. Not just like that's something that I do. I wasn't a terrorist like that, but it's something I've done. Again, being young, a young adolescent, literally not having no money and hungry. So it ain't like I had a pocket full of money and I went into the buffet and I just said, you know what? I got $350 in my pocket. I'm still gonna run out and I'm gonna eat this. I'm going to eat and run out, We've hopped out of cabs before. You know what I mean? Like, again, you just don't have the money for the cab. You get a cab ride, you hop out the cab, you run, until they start locking the doors because it started happening so much. Like, in my neighborhood at a time, there was like everybody was doing. Like, somebody pull up on the block running, you be like, yo, I just hopped the cab. Like, it was a thing for a while until they start locking the door and or making you pay as soon as you get in. You know what I mean? Hey, where you going? Yeah, that's $8. Let me get it. So that went on for a while. So I can understand people doing things like that, but not as grown men. You know what I'm saying? Not as grown men. Now, I'm not sure how the parking lot is set up. I'm not sure, exactly where this place is, but they ran out on the bill. Employees called the police. Now, the cops arrive. They go to the booth where they were sitting. Your man, Brian Ford, leaves his cell phone. Your man, Brian Ford, leaves his cell phone. Again, man. How do you go to a restaurant? Because, look, upon walking in the restaurant, y'all knew the plan. We booking. Nobody's paying. We're booking. How do you leave your cell phone behind? Nobody goes to the restaurant, eats, and then decide they're going to run, while you're eating. This is pre-planned. This is premeditated. This is orchestrated. Nobody's going to do a dine and dash at the last minute. You understand what I'm saying? Nah. You're not doing that. Ain't no way you going to tell me that Brian and his friends walked in there and then at the last minute they decided not to pay and then they dip. I don't believe that. It's premeditated. You know what I'm saying? Y'all knew y'all wanted some crabs. Y'all money was funny and y'all went there with the intention on getting some crabs and dipping. All right? That's the plan. How you leave your cell phone is beyond me. I don't get that. Because at the end of the day, if you know you about to do some crime, the least you could do is make sure that I ain't leaving no evidence behind. And I don't advocate for crime, but I'm just that's just common sense. If you're gonna do a crime, the goal is to not leave nothing that you can be tracked to. You know what I mean? That's the goal, right? If you're gonna do some type of crime, I always got to say that, because here at the Dumb Crimes and Criminals podcast, we're not advocating no crime. We grown ups, we just here chatting. But we're not advocating for nobody out here doing a crime. But I'm just saying, if you're going to do crime, make sure you take your belongings with you and don't leave nothing behind, right? Not only did he leave his cell phone behind, cops came there, they was in that booth right there. Cell phone left behind. On the lock screen of his cell phone is a picture of him. This man dined and dashed, dipped on a bill, left his cell phone behind, and on the lock screen of his cell phone is a picture of him. You cannot make this up. First and foremost, man, listen, let me tell you something. On my lock screen of my phone, right, I have, I have three things here. I have not three things, but I have here on my lock screen. Hold on. Let me clear up my lock screen here. Okay, so I have, of course, y'all know I got two podcasts, the Retro Rick podcast and the Dumb Crimes and Criminals podcast, right? So on my lock screen of my phone, I have my logos, right? I got my Retro Rick podcast. I got my Dumb Crimes and podcast salute. I got my Ben Had Respect clothing logo. And I got my Ben Hot Records clothing logo. Ben Hot Records logo for the music, right? On my home screen, I got a picture of me and my wife and a picture of me and our kids, right? It's not a big picture of my face as my lock screen. I don't need to see my face when I'm looking at my phone's lock screen. Salute to you. Salute, though. You understand? If that's what you want to do, salute. Now, when they left, right? When they left, an employee took a picture of their car. On top of that, you already left you easy to identify, right? Your phone left behind, face on the lock screen. Hey, it's me. I'm the man who ordered $100 worth of crabs and dip. That's me. Yeah, the guy you looking at on his phone, that's me. I did that. Not only did you do that, the employees just went outside and took a picture of your license plate as y'all drove off. So I don't know if y'all just deboed your way out and just say, yo, we ain't paying, and walked out. I don't know if you ran out. I don't know if you was parked. Like, come on, my man. That's another thing too. Like, yo, it's cameras everywhere. You park right in front of the establishment. Y'all didn't even go in there and say, yo, I'm going to park 3 stores over and we just going to dip out of here. And then, we're going to do what we do. Y'all probably backed up. They probably backed up right in front of the spot and all that. How was she just walked outside and took a picture of your license plate. Just walked outside. Picture of the license plate. Like, I don't understand when you go in to commit a crime why you don't dot your I's and cross your T's, right? People just be going in here doing wickedness without the thought of, damn, I am parked right in front of the store. Or without the thought of, maybe I should take all my stuff with me when I leave. I don't want to leave behind my wallet. I don't want to leave behind my cell phone. I don't want to do none of that. A picture of you on your lock screen. Your face on your lock screen was left behind at a Dine and Dash at the Juicy Crab for $100 worth of food. You and your buddies got little and dipped. Cops found this man within an hour. The cops found this man within an hour. Okay? An hour after they got full on crab legs, dined and dashed, they were caught. Within an hour, there was a hit on the license plate, and voila, cops pop up, you go to jail. Listen, we all love crab legs, all right? But I don't love crab legs. And you know what's crazy? I see a lot of stories, man. Y'all be going wild over these crab legs and all that. Like, I like crab legs. I don't like crab legs enough to go to jail behind them. I just don't. I got a wife and 3 kids. Like, I'm not trying to be sitting in nobody's jail. Why do y'all love crab legs that much that y'all are willing to go to jail behind crab legs? Wouldn't it be easier to save your money if your money funny? Work. Like, it's wouldn't you want to enjoy crab legs on the outside whenever you want, as opposed to getting enjoyment out of crab legs this one time? Now you got to go to jail for a few months behind some crab legs. Like, y'all are going to jail over crab legs. Crab legs. Y'all are going to jail over crab legs. I want this to stop. I do not want to see no more people getting locked up over crab legs. It's not worth it. Your freedom is more important than crab legs, all right? Your freedom is more important than crab legs. Okay? Okay? You hear me? Listen to me, man. I'm never going to steer you wrong. I'm here to tell you. Your freedom is more important than crab legs. All right? You can't get no crab legs in jail, yo. Ain't no crab legs in jail, man. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? Ain't no crab legs in jail. You can't go to jail and eat crab legs. This ain't the movies. But if you're free, you can eat crab legs whenever you want, or however much you could afford yourself to eat crab legs. You understand what I'm saying? I'd rather have to eat crab legs once in a blue than to never eat crab legs because I'm locked up for 5 months for stealing crab legs. Now you went 5 months without having crab legs. On the streets, you could have had crab legs 5 times if you eat crab legs once a month. If that's all you could afford. It is what it is. Now, here's the thing, though. This is the kick I'm going to leave y'all with. Your man, Brian Ford, and his friends went to the Juicy Crab in Georgia, ordered $100 worth of food, ran out. Brian left his cell phone behind with a picture of his face as his lock screen. The employee snapped a picture of his license plate. Within 1 hour, they got a hit on the license plate. He was arrested. But here's the kicker. Your man Brian was also on the run for murder. You cannot make this up. My man, you are on the run for murder and decides to go to the Juicy Crab and run out on $100 bill. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Dumb Crimes and Criminals. These are true stories. I am not making this up. I am your host, Rick. Follow the Instagram at @DCC_podcast. I'll holla.